Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Today I'm gonna tell you about my favorite type of fragrance, cologne. Eau De Cologne. Why do I like this type of fragrances so much? That is because my favorite type of smell is citrus smell. And particularly in Eau De Cologne fragrances, the citrus smells are plentiful. We have bergamot, we have orange, lemon, lime, grapefruit, what have you. So this is my most favorite, beloved, and most worn type of fragrance. So today I'm gonna tell you about some of the alternatives to more expensive eau de cologne that I actually own and I like them, but sometimes I just don't feel like spending a lot of money for eau de cologne. So I'm just gonna tell you what are your options if you don't feel like spending, well, let's say about 180 euros for Atelier cologne. And this is the beautiful Grand Neroli. I like this scent very much. It's a beautiful scent. It's really this kind of zesty neroli. It's not sweet at all. It's beautifully done unisex fragrance, but the price tag is quite hefty, especially considering that the staying power is not so good. Well, I did encounter this problem with all the fragrances from Atelier Cologne. Some people, fragrances from Atelier Cologne are quite nice in terms of longevity. For me, they are just not performing in a best way on my skin. The longevity is around one hour, which is not good at all. So that's why I have always said that if you feel like buying this fragrance, this brand, go ahead and buy it, because the fragrances are beautiful for the most part, but just make sure that you are not giving them full price. There are so many occasions that you can get them like 50% off, 60% off even. So just don't get them at the full price. And also there's one of my favorite brands that is Acqua di Parma, and this is Fico di Amalfi. Some might say that, well, it's not Eau De Cologne, but for me, especially if we are talking about this the bergamot scent, the orange scent that I also have, they feel like eau de cologne for me, but the price tag is also quite well, it's quite expensive. So I have, well, every single scent from Acqua di Parma that I have got it on a sale, but it is still kind of expensive fragrance. Also, I have here one of my most favorite sort of eau de cologne fragrances. It's not, it doesn't say that it's eau de cologne, it's eau de toilette, but for me, the smell, how it performs on me, it's kind of eau de cologne. It is like, it's Maison Kurkdjian, and this is Aqua Universalis. Beautiful, fresh scent, very, very nice, but again, the price tag is quite hefty. So there are alternatives. That's why I actually never got it in a full size, because for me, I'd better go out and spend this money on the same brand but another fragrance that longevity wise is better. And I'm also having a couple of other fragrances to show you. This is one of my favorite fragrances, and this is the fragrance I share with my husband actually. This is my fragrance, but he usually, goes out and just grabs it. And this is Thé pour un été by Artisan Parfumeur. So this is like a summer tea, the tea for summer, and this is eau de toilette, and it's beautiful. It's very, very nice. It has this eau de cologne vibes throughout, and it's so nice. But again, the price tag is 170, 180 euros, which is absolutely insane for this kind of longevity. The longevity is slightly better than that one of Atelier Cologne, I have to say, but it is still not a beast mode performance. And the last one, this is my favorite fragrance, and while it is not Eau De Cologne, this is Eau de Toilette, but it has this Eau De Cologne vibe, and that's why I like it. This is Calvin Klein one, and I just love the scent. I have been through so many bottles, and this is my 100 ml bottle, and I do have currently another bottle that is 200 ml that is like up to there. So I really like the scent and I really use it, but it's just, there are options, and I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So I'm gonna put the timestamps under this video, so you don't have to write down the names. And these are the fragrances that are all under 20 euros. Mind you, one has been heavily discounted, that's why it's under 20, but the normal price of the smaller bottle is like, it's around 16 or 17, so we kind of still enter this cheaper territory. One fragrance, I'm gonna start with this one because it's very beautiful, it's very peculiar, this scent. This is Zen by Shiseido, and this is the original Zen, and this is the one that has been created in the 60s, something 64, 65, by the Parfumeur, that has created only 7 fragrances, but all of them, all 7, are masterpieces. I'm not necessarily in love with the scents, but they are the scents that everybody knows. So this is a very beautiful scent, and the pyramid, well, I have to start, I'm just gonna put this one aside for a little 10 minutes, 5 minutes maybe, and I'm just gonna say a couple of words about Eau De Cologne. What is Eau De Cologne? Eau De Cologne is the water of Cologne, the water of Köln, the city in Germany. And there was the guy Giovanni Maria Farina that has created this scented water that he wanted to kind of bathe himself in, because the streets of Köln were not very nicely perfumed, because, well, we can all understand. This fragrance was created in 1709, so the streets of Cologne were like, it was a lot of, nasty things, like the feces, people just throwing out their morning pots on the ground, so the smell of fish and the all kind of trash on the street, right? And it was not very nice smelling, so he decided to create a scent that would remind him of the morning after the rain in Italy, because Giovanni Maria Farina was originally from Italy. And I have this little slip that I was given in this in the museum of Köln, and it has this kind of, this red tulip is kind of a logo of Giovanni Maria Farina Cologne. And so I'm just gonna read you a couple of things. Giovanni Maria Farina described this Eau De Cologne, his Eau De Cologne, the first one. Before that, there were none. My fragrance is reminiscent of a spring morning after the rain, of oranges, lemons, grapefruit, bergamot, and blossoms. So basically, why do we call fragrance notes like in musical notes? Because the original Eau De Cologne, it had only 7 ingredients, 7 notes. So the orange, the bergamot, the lemon, the fragrant note of flowers, herbs like the green grass, and also the aromatic notes like lavender. So they actually have their recipe that they're using under like lock. It's not the original recipe isn't known, and So we just know that it's like a blend of citruses and a little bit of herbs. So now the Eau De Cologne is usually a fragrance that is fresh. That is fresh, and it has this heavy component of these citruses. And so the citruses is kind of a backbone of the fragrance, right? But around it, we also have some flowers, we might have some musk, and it's not very usual, but we do sometimes, we can have it, and aromatic herbs. It's not only lavender, it can be sage, it can be mint, but I mean, the original one, the original Eau de Cologne by Giovanni Maria Farina, it had these 7 notes, but nowadays we have options, we have alternatives. We have colognes that have only 2 notes, let's say a lemon and orange, and it's still considered to be a cologne. So nowadays the kind of the boundaries are a bit like, it's not so strict as it has been in the past. So I'm just gonna tell you about this fragrance. This is a beautiful one. I really love it. The only thing that I do not love about this fragrance is that it doesn't have a sprayer. This as a splash bottle. This is exactly the bottle that came out in 60s, in the mid of 60s. So, but this one is beautiful, and the pyramid of this fragrance is very, very extensive. I'm just gonna go ahead and read a couple of things that there are in the pyramid. So just a moment. So we have hyacinth, galbanum, we have bergamot, orange blossom, carnation, orris root, narcissus, jasmine, mimosa, violet, rose, oak moss, sandalwood, cedar, musk, and amber. It's very, very extensive, this pyramid. But at the end of the day, what do we have? We have here a very fresh, a very light scent that is packed with flowers, but they are kind of all transparent flowers, a lot of citrusiness. It has this kind of woodsy base, but it's all light, it's all nice, and it's all so refreshing. The thing about this fragrance is that I have promised you fragrances under 20 euros, and there's some kind of strange thing about this. I have seen it just recently at a price of, I have to say, 25 euros maybe for this kind of big bottle, and this is this is 80 ml. But now I have checked just before making this video, I have checked it, and it was 188 euros. So I believe that the pricing for this fragrance is determined by the place where you buy this fragrance. So maybe this one in particular, it came to me from Japan. So, and it was in the drugstore. It's a drugstore pricing. So just mind you, maybe in the place where you live it's expensive. Maybe you have a friend that lives in Asia somewhere, and he or she can just ship you a bottle. So this is a beautiful fragrance, and if you fetch it for a beautiful price of 20-25 COT euros, it's totally worth it. It's beautiful. Don't mind that it has been done like so many years ago, right? It's 60 years ago, right? It's still very good. So we have another fragrance, and this is there are so many types of this fragrance, but I love this one, and it's so cheap. The longevity isn't great, but the longevity can be actually compared easily to the Atelier Cologne fragrance. This is 4711, and this is Aqua Colonia, and this is lime and nutmeg. It has exactly lime and nutmeg inside. I have also the pink pepper and whatever else, I don't remember. Pink pepper, it has this kind of pink label. And I had also had an original bottle that I enjoyed so much. But these fragrances, they can be so inexpensive and so beautiful. They also have these kind of limited editions where like the latest one, I haven't seen it on sale. I haven't seen it in stores yet. It has totally black, beautiful bottles. I really, really want to sample it, but I haven't found those. And they also had the collection of like Scandinavian woods, beautiful. So I suggest you go out and try this one, because this is a beautiful eau de cologne. Again, this is lime and nutmeg, just 2 notes. So technically it can't be considered eau de cologne, because eau de cologne, the original one, it had 7 notes. This one has 2, but this is good. This is very, very good. It's very refreshing, very light. It's very beautiful, and you have so many types of it, and you will find something that is to your liking, that's for sure. So another one, and this is by Roger and Gallet, and this is a fragrance. This is Roger and Gallet, and this is Eau de Cologne by Giovanni Maria Farina. So if we compare the notes of the Giovanni Maria Farina fragrance and this one, the notes are different. It has petit grain, rosemary and lavender, but it's divine. It is so good. It's aromatic. It's truly unisex, and that's what I like about the cologne fragrances, that they might even have rose in it or like jasmine, but it doesn't make them to lean feminine or masculine. They are like perfectly in the middle. So this one is a little bit more aromatic. This one is a little bit less zesty. It is still zesty, but much less. It's more like aromatic, a little bit kind of fougere aromatic scent. This is really, really, really good. And yeah, I like it. It's super refreshing, it's super nice. And I also want to address a thing that some people say, that these kind of fragrances are not for summer. For me, it's not true. In summer you can wear them, you can wear them in winter, in autumn, in spring. If you like this kind of scent, if you like this kind of type of scent, it's gonna be your 24/7 and like 4-season scent. So I also have a super cheap, and yeah, I forgot to say that this one in particular, I got it on sales. I got it for like €9, something like that. And this one a little bit more expensive, and I got it on sale as well. And I got it in a beautiful box, and this box also contained the heavily scented, as like it's heavily scented. So I'm currently keeping it in the room when I'm filming, and it's just it's my kind of air freshener at the moment. This is the soap of this same brand. So I got it for 19.95, and this is 100 ml bottle. Usually the price of this one is on €39, and you can get 30 ml bottles for like around €15. But if you have sales, then you will be able to fetch it for lower price, obviously. So next one is one of the fragrances that, one of the brands that I actually like, and I currently have 3 more fragrances from this brand, and I have recently terminated the fragrance from this brand, and this is the brand that is called Monotheme Venezia. This is an Italian brand, but you can easily find it online. Sometimes it's so heavily discounted. For example, I got this one for like maybe €10, maybe even less. This is 100 ml bottle, and this is Verde d'Arancia, so it's a green of orange. So it's an orange scent, but it's more like a greener scent, like a leaf green orange scent. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. And the longevity is quite decent. And yeah, I can't say anything bad about this scent. It has this eau de cologne vibe. It's very beautiful, and also you have such a wide variety of fragrances within this line. They also have this kind of black line where the fragrances are a bit heavy, that they have musk, they have saffron, so the scents are a bit more like kind of sophisticated, kind of more expensive materials. But I actually enjoy this orange line that is about fragrances with the citrus in them. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. So I'm down to two at the moment. These I was kind of debating whether to show it to you or not, because I kind of at the time when I got it, and I got it, I want to say I got it a couple of years back. It was still available. At the moment, I don't find this exact scent. I do find another scent from this same line, from sandalwood, but this is Alviero Martini. This is an Italian brand. They make bags. You might have seen the bag. The bag is it has this kind of geographical map, like the old style geographical map on it. And this is the iris from Europe. So they actually have these fragrances that are like themed, they have this something from Oceania, they have something from Asia, they have something from Europe. So beautiful scent. This is an iris scent, so it's not a typical cologne scent, because for me, when we talk about cologne, for me cologne primarily is about citrus. This one doesn't have citrus, but this one is like this very light musky iris scent. Sometimes musk and iris can be a little heavy, a little like gloomy, I want to say, a little bit like melancholistic, but this one isn't. It's very light, it's very soft and very light and very beautiful. And this one, I got it for such a cheap price. I believe that the full price for this 100 bottle is like around 45 euros. I got it for much less, and this is just beautiful. The sandalwood is the one that is still available if you go out and search it, but this one isn't. But maybe you will be lucky and go out and search on some fragrance discount sites, and you will be able to find it. So the last but not least is the fragrance that I absolutely adore, and I'm very very happy that I do have it. Head over heels, right, about this fragrance. And this is not your typical cologne. Well, it smells like a typical cologne, but the pyramid of this fragrance. And this is Gianfranco Ferre, and this is called Gieffeffe, and this is 100 ml bottle. So we have coriander, bergamot, osmanthus, lemon, orange, mandarin orange, peach, nutmeg, freesia, cardamom, jasmine, orris root, rose, cedar, musk, sandalwood, patchouli, and amber. This is what we have in this fragrance, and this is divine. This is so, so good. They also have Gieffeffe Bianco. It has the totally like beautiful white bottle. I haven't smelled that one. I haven't had the opportunity to smell it or to even see it in the store. I haven't seen it in the store. But this one is good. This one, a complete unisex, beautiful fragrance. It doesn't lean masculine, it doesn't lean feminine, and I do understand that it has this masculine note like orris root, but this is nice, this is aromatic, this is clean, this is beautiful, and this is like all-round fragrance as well. Well, basically for me, in my opinion, and for how I like to wear scents, all of these scents are like 24 hours for me, quite easily, because I enjoy this smell of cleanness, this smell of citrus. They are good. So these are my top, well, I can't say it's my top whatever, top 6 or top 5 fragrances. It's just the fragrances that I like and that I rely on when I want to have a fragrance that is clean, that is citrusy, and that it makes me feel invigorated. It has this invigorating power to it. It's very, very nice, and it's also a fragrance that is, for me, it's appropriate for the day, for the night. Some people kind of tend to enjoy more sweet fragrances at night. I do enjoy sweet fragrances at night or the daytime, obviously. but these are very nice, and I really would like to hear your thoughts on these fragrances, on these unisex fragrances on Eau De Cologne. Do you wear any of Eau De Colognes? Do you even like this type of scent? Do you even think that this is a thing, or you have it, this kind of fragrance, and you wear it out of the shower and then you just switch to another fragrance? Please let me know, because I'm so curious, because this is one of my favorite types of fragrances, because it has so many citruses, and they make me so happy. So just let me know what you think about these fragrances, what you think about fragrances, unisex, or eau de cologne in general. I will be very curious to read your thoughts. I wish you a beautiful Sunday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!